We're pretty sure that the problem with the tape data test is the tape accumulator, or something that either feeds the tape accumulator or reads from the tape accumulator. So we're taking a two-pronged approach where we build the flip chip tester because there are some tests for the M222 cards, so we might be able to see if there's a faulty IC on one of those cards or something, and do some other cleaning and testing. So here are some videos about that process. All right, welcome to PDP Camp Wednesday, and yesterday we worked on ironing out some issues with the tape drive, and we think our problem might be in the tape accumulator. And so Dawson is here, and he's looking at the flip chip tester that we have built but haven't yet used successfully. And it turns out that Warren had a partial test for the M222 tape card. And so Dawson is going to look at potentially running that test and see if that gives us any insight about the state of the tape accumulator. And I was just asking Dawson, since we haven't gotten this working yet, and we don't exactly want to plug in like essential hardware, do we have any spare cards that we could test, or how can we test the flip chip tester to make sure that we're not going to fry something that we care about?
Well, Warren actually wrote diagnostics, so you can test the tester with this program.
Perfect. I would expect nothing less.
I think it's just a matter right now of getting the Windows XP port talk program.
Perfect. Great. And so we have that, and we also do have a spare, some kind of flip chip that's spare that we might be able to also test once it's past those internal diagnostics. So, so the flip chip tester is here, and over here we have the Windows XP laptop, because the original flip chip tester expects a hard-wired parallel port. So one of the things Dawson and I wanted to get going during PDP Camp was getting the flip chip tester to work. So it seems like not only would that be a good idea, but it might be essential for solving our current issue. So that's what we're going to start doing today. We're building our two flip chip testers so that we can hopefully test the tape controlled cards, the M222s. But given our experience over the last week where cleaning cards has made problems magically disappear, and we haven't cleaned the cards since, you know, we cleaned them off when we put the machine in 2 years ago, that seemed like the right thing to do. So right now I'm going to pull out, there's 6 M222 cards, they're double wide cards, so they fit in 2 slots. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh no, there's, oh yeah, because they're double wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 7 M222 cards, so we're going to pull these out and clean them up. So Julian, if you can bring the camera in here, I'll pull this out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's a M. Those are something else. I'm always nervous I'm going to break something off when I do this. So here's our M222s, and they have a bunch of components on them, and it's kind of dirty, quite dirty actually. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a ton of fuzz on there. So we'll clean these all up, and then we'll rerun the diagnostic and see if that solves the problem. Of course, if it doesn't, then it could be any one of these cards, or ICs rather, and then hopefully the tester will be able to help us figure out which one it is. Alright, so stay tuned. Right, Dawson and Julian are working on the flip chip testers. Chandler's been helping too, although he stepped out for a minute. And we're working out some bugs there. I have gone through and cleaned all of the M222 flip or link tape registers. So we're going to power on and see if the tape test works and or continues to fail in the same way. So let's power this on. Okay. Julian, if you don't mind taking the camera.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, now, since core memory is persistent, we should be able to just kind of pick up where we left off, and we'll see. So I just need to make sure the tape is loaded. And that was the wrong direction, because we're totally professionals here. Have to get the tape kind of on top of yes, it's just that simple. Get the tape on top of itself and switch to local, and that's now the hubs are pulling against each other, and I want to put a bunch onto this reel so that it's not right on the end. Now we'll switch it to remote and we'll try our test again. We're in 8 mode somehow. We want to be in link mode. Oh, that's because it's boot up. Okay. IO preset. We're in link mode. And start 20. Let's see what happens. Now it's rewinding because I loaded quite a bit of the tape. It's looking for a particular block. And it stopped. Let's try this again. I think it's the same error code. Stop, IO preset, start 20. Yeah, so cleaning the cards did not help in this instance, unfortunately. We're still at 1276. So whatever the problem was before, it's still the same problem, but at least our register cards are clean now. So, all right, stay tuned.
Okay, so I've cleaned all the contacts, 2 columns of the flip chips that we believe are involved in the logic for the tape drive. So we're going to try running the tape drive test again and see if we can get past the error that has been failing. Hopefully it was just a bad, dirty contact on some of those flip chips. So. That's promising, because it should have failed by now.
What will it display if it passes, or does it run forever?
It
Or do we not know?
We're not sure what it'll display if it succeeds, but it has already gone past the test that fails.
Okay.
So last time, I believe the memory address register ended up at 1777.
Okay.
I think. So if we get to that same point again, that's probably a good sign. Alright, and then it's rolling the tape back to a certain block, and then it should be done. And we're at 1777 again, so it seems like cleaning those contacts probably fixed.
Okay,
well,
so
maybe not fixed,
we
but
believe that was a successful run?
I think so.
Fantastic. It doesn't display anything on the display, does it?
No, not, as far as I know, none of these tests will
Okay,
print anything out.
because one of the tests had a menu of some kind. I didn't remember which one that one was.
I know that this tape test does. So.
Okay, perfect.
Success.
Success. Do you want to show what you did in back, just point to the ones you cleaned?
Sure.
For video's sake?
So, judging from the schematics in the manual, most of these purple ones in columns A and B here are involved in the tape drive. The cards labeled 0 through 5 have registers with flip. Each card is 2 bits of the 12-bit tape accumulator register and some other registers. So I cleaned pretty much all of the purple ones, and it seems to have helped. So
Perfect.